I thought that this was going to be, I thought the last game was our last one, so nobody sue us for that. But I am so grateful that I get to fill in tonight and do one more game. I mean, if it happened every day, I'd be really happy. I'm so excited to be here. This might be the biggest crowd I've ever seen at the Glenview Ice Center, and so just really excited to get this thing rolling. And it looks like GBS on paper is, you know, they're just a much more offensive team than the Carmel Catholic Corsairs, but you know, you got to lace them up and play the game and see how it comes out.
Well, GBS already an offensive team, averaged 4.63 goals per game. That was best in the SHL. But against these Corsairs, boy, did they not have any trouble finding the back of the net. A 6-2 win, a 10-1 win, and a 7-3 win in 3 SHL regular season meetings. However, we were just talking about this, John. Gavin Stanley, their number 2 goaltender, but has more games played here this season, was in net for all 3 of those games, as their alternate captain, Tommy Steiner, was injured for most of the early portion of the season. So you got to think Steiner is going to get the start tonight, and that's a goaltender the Titans have not faced yet this season.
Yeah, I think he's the X factor tonight, at least, you know, planning-wise and strategy-wise, is how do you beat him, and you might have to, you know, keep him away from, you know, making saves and have your passes so good that you're just shooting them into open nets. But we'll see how that goes tonight, and like you say, they have not seen him this year, and so all of their successes have been against the other goaltender.
So that is a good segue to the starting goaltenders. Tommy Steiner, 1-10 in the SHL, but he's played on a pretty poor Carmel team in the league. 4.74 goals against average and an .873 save percentage. On the other end, it'll be Eli Kamens of the Glenbrook South Titans, 19-6-1 in the SHL regular season, 2.92 goals against average and a .900 save percentage. A shutout as well for Kamens. Eli Kamens and Charlie Zabel had the combined shutout last round against St. Viator Varsity 2, with Kamens making 16 stops and Zabel coming in for the last 5 minutes and grabbing 2 saves. It was the Titans' first combined shutout by their 2 goaltenders of the season.
Yeah, and I don't think GBS is going to see that kind of a team tonight, where you know, they were having 69 shots on goal against that team, and so I just think it's going to be a different type of game tonight, and at least GBS better plan for that.
First period just about to get started. The first period on the South Hockey Network is brought to you by The Great Escape. Jim Philbin will start the line of Hoffer, Freemuth, and Sherwood from left to right. Tutsius and McCauley on defense. And hey, there's the music. Boy, we were worried we weren't going to have it for a little bit there, but they get it going just in time, and we are underway. Carmel takes the face-off. Deacon Rose with a quick shot off the pads of Eli Kamens, and we're playing hockey for the final time this season at the Glenview Community Ice Center. Here comes Sherwood over the line. Wyatt Sherwood left circle shoots, and a save made by Tommy Steiner, his first stop against the Titans this season.
Yeah, I like what Sherwood did there. He came over the line, and he had a puck that was on end on the ice, and then he just literally held the Corsair player behind him and let the puck settle down, and then he took a shot.
3 GBS players recorded at least 4 points in that 8-0 victory over St. Viator a week ago. All of them are on the ice. Zach Freemuth had a goal and 3 assists. Sherwood with 2 goals and 2 assists. And Marty McCauley, a defenseman with the most points in that game, had 2 goals and 3 assists for a 5-point effort against St. Viator.
Yeah, it would be sweet if that happened again. I just doubt that that's going to happen. So
this is an SHL opponent, number 14 in the state of Illinois, the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. Deacon Rose down below the goal line, gets hit into the boards by McCauley. Now behind the net, Tutsius battling for it. Carmel looking to center, but it goes right to Zach Freemuth. He gets it ahead, Wyatt Sherwood through the zone. Sherwood left it. Capulong stole it. Here come the Corsairs, 2-on-2 rush. It's Deacon Rose cutting right. Stick lift by Hoffer from behind, but he can't collect the puck. Then Vanderplug knocks Rose off the puck. And Mulvey looking to clear, can't get it by Gornick. Now Will Stevens picks up the loose puck. Stevens through neutral ice, never got over the line, but then it does trickle as Vanderplug plays it to Ventura. Will Stevens Far side centered it. Kulikowski was right there, but the save was made by Steiner off the deflection. Now the puck taken by Rocco Ligori. Got it out to Stokel. He'll dump it in down the left wing. Behind the net, far side corner. Puck picked up by Aiden Gamble of the Corsairs. Kulikowski pokes it out of his reach, and Ryan Mulvey will flip it out to the neutral zone and beyond. 2-1 the shots on goal for the Titans. I don't know if they'll count that as one, but we get a stoppage. 15-13 to go in the first period. Want to give a big shout out to my cousin, Jimmy Reed, who's currently driving home from a weekend down at his alma mater at Kansas University. He's driving home with his girlfriend Kylie, and I know he mentioned that he was going to tune in for a little bit, so big shout out to you guys, Jimmy and Kylie.
Jimmy, don't start speeding just because you heard your name.
And of course, my dad, being here in the booth, John Ward, knows Jimmy very well. As Carmel rushes in, Morabito can't get a shot off as the puck goes down to the far corner. They can't get it out. Right circle, puck stripped away from Elwinger and Aiden Weller. Also can't get it out. Do or die game for both these teams. Whichever team loses will not play again this season, as Brous was trying to come in on Kamens from a tough angle. Eli made the stop. Maybe a premature whistle there, but stoppage in the clock. 14:34 to go in the first.
Corsairs have had the opening opportunities here, and that was a great play by Vergami to chip that ball into the puck into the corner and get that away from Kamens. So we got to watch out for this quick start by the Corsairs. They've had the offensive opportunities so far.
Tutsius has the puck off a face-off win. Sherwood near side. Wyatt Sherwood takes a lap behind Kamen's net. Net comes off, and they'll keep the play going as GBS has the puck. Referee's waiting for an opportunity to get in there and fix the net. But as Carmel possesses, they can't get a look, so the play continues. McCauley gets it ahead. Hoffer takes a shot, deflected off the catching glove of Tommy Steiner and up high.
I love that shot by Hoffer. He literally kept his stick all the way to the left of him, got the Corsairs defenseman in the way of his shot, and then took the shot, and really fantastic shot. Just got a piece of it by the Corsair goalie.
Blake Hoffer, varsity rookie, sophomore in high school, number 8 in black. Recorded 2 goals in the Sweet 16 against St. Viator varsity 2 as Sherwood hits a man into the boards. Knocks into the boards right by the Titan bench as GBS will send it down the other way. And that'll be a stoppage.
Might have to get a message to somebody to make sure they get over to the GBS zone in the stands here.
Yeah, my mom, of course my color commentator's wife, Peggy Ward, is here in attendance, but she is sitting over there on the Carmel side. Basically right at center ice, though.
Maybe there's something I don't know about her.
Well, she went to New Trier, so it has nothing to do with that.
Right.
Kulikowski up to Vanderplug. He can't hang on to it. It'll go all the way down. Not an icing, of course, as GBS was the team that sent it back to their own zone. Mulvey to Asher Vanderplug. Vanderplug looked to backhand it out, not past Stokel waiting at the blue line. He'll get it deep again. Mulvey plays it off the boards. Kulikowski can't hang on. Stokel with a shot from the point. Blocked by the glove of Vanderplug. He'll settle it down and put the puck to his stick blade. Look to find a pass in neutral ice. This icing's waved off. I was almost sure that was going to be one, but we will play on. Titans with possession in the attacking zone. Stevens below the goal line. Centered it. Kulikowski point blank, and a save made by Steiner. Stevens gets to the puck again. Will Stevens centered it. A.J. Kulikowski looking for another bid, but he didn't get a clean shot away on that one. 4-2 the shots on goal in favor of the Glenbrook South Titans. One of 3 all-SHL Sweet 16 matchups. GBS playing Carmel here. GBN plays Stevenson later tonight. And St. Viator locked horns with Fenwick in the Sweet 16. All the other SHL teams played non-league opponents. Monaghan, tough angle, looks for a shot. Rebound goes in front of the net. Vergamini, left point, sends it down. Jonathan Cesario, near side corner. Below the goal line, Benji Pajurski. Pajurski up to Weller, right point, slides it across. Vergamini deflected on its way and just missed the crossbar. Now Cesario. Pajurski gets it back up high, Weller. Battle for the puck near side boards. Titans keep it. Pajurski's pass looking for Vergamini, but it bounced under his stick and goes all the way down to the Titans zone. Scoreless game here early on at the Glenview Ice Center. Titans did win 8-0 against St. Viator too, but they didn't score their first goal till 6 minutes left in the first period. Ended up scoring 6 goals in that second period against St. Viator. Hoffer gets it to Freemuth. He shoots, and a save made by the pads. Rebound backhanded to the net by McCauley. Bounces wide. Puck being battled for near side and neutral ice, right by the Corsair line. Deacon Rose gets to it. Can't find a man with his pass as McCauley comes into the zone. Freemuth now over to Hoffer, right side. To the net, wide of the cage. McCauley chipped it down to Freemuth. Zach Freemuth back to McCauley, left point. Looking to get that one to the blue paint. Probably for Hoffer, but it missed him. Really good flow to this game, John. Maybe 2-3 whistles so far.
Yeah, well, you can definitely see GBS starting to pick up the speed a little bit here, starting to connect on some of those passes, getting their sticks in the way and getting possession. It was about even when the game's first couple minutes of the game. Now it looks like GBS is starting to take a little bit of control.
And that's so important for this Titans team. This is their first game in 8 days, and just their second game in 18 days after finishing the regular season and SHL playoffs with 8 games in 12 days. So
Dylan, better off that you can say all that. I don't think I could.
So yeah, definitely a change of routine and you know, lots of practices. There was a lot of games before. Ventura missed the cage, and if the Titans move on in the playoffs, it'll be another week till their Elite 8 game, which will be on Sunday.
Yeah,
got to win this one first.
Kind of like waiting for the Super Bowl. You know, you wait that extra 2 weeks.
Right. Kulikowski chipped it ahead. Will Stevens finds Ventura. Nick Ventura through the neutral zone. Cuts left, centered it. Kulikowski on a shot, and the save made. The centering pass went off a Carmel stick, but it went right to A.J. Kulikowski. His second point-blank chance stopped by Steiner.
Yeah, I think that pass was meant for another GBS player, and Kulikowski all of a sudden found it on his stick, so it wasn't a, you know, intended shot. I think it actually hit his stick and just redirected towards the goalie, and he was able to put the big glove on it.
Surma, Sokol, and Davidson out there with the sophomore D-men, Vanderplug and Mulvey. Here's Frank Surma. Found Vanderplug dangling. He lost an edge, and that'll allow Corsairs to get the puck, but just for a moment as Sokol steals it back. Got it to Mulvey. Down to Vanderplug. Look to center. Right to Elwinger for Carmel. And Dick can't get it out. Now Havlis. Elwinger will circle behind Tommy Steiner's net. Just about halfway through period number 1. 0-0 between these two SHL sides. Of course, not an SHL game. State playoffs here at the Glenview Ice Center. Final home game for the Titans, win or lose, as the rest of the playoffs are played at neutral locations. The Edge in Bensonville for the Elite 8 and Final 4, and of course the United Center for the championship game. Here's a Davidson shot from the neutral zone. Tommy Steiner had a little trouble with it, but ultimately will hang on.
And I'm sure every one of these games are just nerve-wracking for fans, parents, everybody who knows it is 1 and out, and it doesn't really, you know, I mean, you can have the upper edge when that first puck drops, but you got to get those goals, you got to get the first goals in, you got to play good defense.
And that's something we talked about in that St. Viator game. Sometimes all it takes is getting that first goal, and then the floodgates start to open. I mentioned it took the Titans about 12 minutes of game to score against St. Viator. They ended up winning 8-0. Here's Freemuth over to Hoffer. He shoots, and a save made by Steiner. Selfless play by Freemuth to pass it instead of shoot, but maybe that was his better option.
That might have been our first look at Steiner, because that was a fantastic save on the 2-on-1 on the great move by Freemuth as he just juked around the defensive men and made it a 2-on-1.
Freemuth steals the puck from Vavra. Gets it up high. Tutsius can't keep it in the zone. Alex Tutsius tipped over the line by Hoffer, but will be grabbed by Carmel. Here comes Leaston. Puck given up. Here comes Ventura. He's got a breakaway. Just missed the left post with a shot. Now Blake Hoffer dangling. Hoffer far side, lost the puck. And Ligori. Now Deacon Rose. Deacon Rose, John, number 92 in Carmel, has been on this varsity team since he was a freshman. He's a junior for the Corsairs.
Well, he looks pretty good tonight, and it just makes me think of other players that have dedicated their entire high school careers to this team, like Zach Freemuth. He might be the only one that's been on all 4 years.
Yeah, for varsity, that is. He is the only one. 11 seniors in this group. Kulikowski out to Will Stevens. He'll chip it in. Will Stevens chasing after it. But it'll be taken by Rocco Falco. Now Gamble. Puck stolen away. Kulikowski giving up. Morabito. Still scoreless here at the Glenview Ice Center. Rocco Ligori through the neutral zone. Pressure from Ventura. Comes over the line. Nick Ventura looked to play it to himself. Not to Ligori, and whistle for a penalty. And this one's going to go against the Corsairs. Titans will head to the power play.
This was a little surprising because it looked like the GBS player had the puck at the blue line, and he was just kind of, pushed over. Not a big hit, but GBS should try to take advantage of this. They are ranked first in the power play, and it wouldn't be a perfect time for their first goal of the night.
Top-ranked power play, like you mentioned, John. All power plays sponsored by RSM here on the South Hockey Network. 35.6% in the regular season in the SHL. Carmel Catholic on the penalty kill, last place in the league at 69.7%. So an ideal matchup for the Titans. Let's see if they can do it. Here's Ventura.
Right, you got McCauley just running this power play.
McCauley looking over for Freemuth on the right side, but it never got to him. Bounces up to Sherwood as the Titans keep possession. Wyatt Sherwood looking for Ventura. Sticked away and cleared by the Corsairs.
And also look for Hoffer to be running the blocker in front of the goalie. He's doing a good job when it gets down in that offensive zone.
And here's a steal. Deacon Rose into the zone, shorthand, and gets around one, takes a backhand desperation shot, and Eli Kamens makes the stop.
With his stick.
Now Ventura over the line. Nick Ventura right side. Passes it up high. McCauley by the Glenview Stars logo. Down to Sherwood. He shoots. Tipped on its way by Hoffer. And a save made by Steiner.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a little bit of a difference in play in Steiner tonight. He seems to be getting some good looks, getting his body in front of the net. And so, the shots are going to have to come a little bit faster from a little bit better angles. You're not going to get Steiner to let one in just straight away. And what a play by Kamens. You can't score a goal if they don't shoot. And he was able to poke check that puck away from the Corsairs player about 2 feet in front of him, so there was no shot even taken.
Now Jim Philbin mixing it up a little bit. He has Hoffer out with Stevens and Davidson. Stevens gets kicked out of the dot, so Hoffer will take the draw instead against Vavra. 50-50 puck, possessed by the Corsairs, and Deacon Rose chips it out to neutral ice. And they call a penalty on that hit against Rose. And that's going to send a Titan to the box. We'll play some 4-on-4.
That's because the Corsairs player was moving the puck out of the zone, and McCauley just stepped into him right at the blue line to stop him from going further. And I think they're just going to call that interference and say the puck was too far away from McCauley. McCauley kind of threw his hand up like, come on, give me a break.
So Marty McCauley to the box, and the Titan power play over. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 45 seconds, and then it'll be an abbreviated Corsair power play. Ice opens up a little bit here in the 4-on-4. Nick Ventura to Stevens, back to Mulvey. Titans will Reset. Mulvey dumps it in, but it got blocked on its way into the zone, so he'll retreat. Play it over to Alex Tutsius, now Will Stevens. Stevens goes cross ice, Nick Ventura over the line, takes a shot. Save made by Steiner, had a little trouble with it, but the puck never went over the line.
Referee looked like he wanted to call another penalty there.
Now here comes Benjamin Vavra. Corsairs entering the zone. Vavra around Mulvey, looks to crash the net, sticked out of there by Tutsius. Now Freemuth chases the puck, chips it ahead, but it's taken by Ronan Havlis of the Carmel Corsairs. Penalty is over, so now the Titans are on the penalty kill. All penalty kills sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys, as Carmel will have a power play for a minute. Talked about how they were last place in the SHL on the power play. Another penalty's coming up here, and Carmel will just get rid of the puck, so they have a little bit more time on the two-man advantage.
Yeah, Deacon Rose from the Corsairs made a great play on the GBS player as he came over the blue line. He was just tying him up, and finally when he got the puck away, the GBS player just pulled him down. And Philbin's not going to like that kind of a call in the offensive zone when his team didn't even have the puck.
All right, so two-man advantage for the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. They only found the back of the net on the power play 7 different occasions in 30 SHL games, had the worst percentage in the league at 8%. But they've got 2 men up, and we'll see if they can find something with that. Here comes Maxwell Vavra. Got it to Ronan Havlis. Now Deacon Rose, right circle, here's a shot. Big save by Kamens off the stick of Brian Capulong.
Oh man, it's a 2-man advantage, so a lot of the shots are going to come in from closer range. And that was, maybe 10, 15 feet out, and Kamens made a great stop on Vavra. Or Ligori.
By the way, that's Ben Vavra, not Benjamin. Big shout out to Sam Schwartz, who is tuned in. He'll help out with some live stats as we go along here with Tree Churdy Tree in the first. Another face-off win for Carmel. Here's Max Vavra. He shoots off the stick of Freemuth. Deflects on net. Easy stop for Kamens on the slow-rolling puck.
Yeah, I like that. Vavra took the shot. He was just at the top of the circle, and it hit Freemuth's stick and just kind of dribbled in on Kamens. So those are the kinds of things you need, especially when you're trying to get that puck out of the zone.
In SHL games, Carmel had a 2-man advantage on 4 different occasions throughout the season, 0 for 4 on those opportunities. 10 seconds to go before this becomes a 5-on-4 power play. Here's Rocco Ligori. Top of the left circle, centered it down by the net. Capulong was waiting, but it never got to him cleanly. And 1 man out of the box for the Titans. Regular 5-on-4 power play for the Corsairs. Here's Capulong. Now Vavra left side. Max Vavra, one of the 2 Vavra brothers, Max and Ben, both out on the ice right now. Ben, number 26, got it to his brother Max, 44. Max Vavra over the line. Pressure from Ventura, centered at Deacon Rose. Now Ligori right side, backhander, stopped by the blocker of Kamens. Now Vanderploeg will clear this one out.
What a great stop by Kamens. He just put the big shoulder up and he said, he's kind of like, huh? What? And then he just, except he was doing it on purpose.
Now Tutsius out to the neutral zone. Ligori. This one tips into the Glenbrook South bench. And that'll stop the clock one more time. 2:15 to go in the first, 24 seconds left on the Carmel power play.
Dylan, there is no score yet in this game, but I have to tell you it's a much more exciting game when you're able to see the opposing team putting together some offense and then seeing some great saves by Kamens.
Both goaltenders perfect. 7 stops on 7 shots for Eli, 9 on 9 for Tommy Steiner of the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. Browse centered it. Tutsius stole it. Played off the far boards, but not out of the zone. Vavra sent it down low. Tutsius now will get a clean clear. All the way down it goes. Penalty is over as Sherwood steps out of the box. He'll stay in the play, and we're back to 5-on-5.
And you got to look for maybe some momentum for GBS too, because when you kill off a 2-man advantage, right, a lot of times you get some momentum from that.
And we're going to have another penalty as a man's hit into the boards right by the Titan bench. And Aiden Gamble heading to the box, so the Titans right back to the man advantage.
And just killing off the two-man advantage on their PK. So let's see if they can do something. You look for some of their, like I say, your leader McCauley's out there, Freeman's out there, right? And they got some fresh legs here, so they're ready to go. So if they can pull this draw back, then I think they're going to have a good offensive chance.
Titans back to the power play, all power play sponsored by RSM. GBS 2 for 4 on the man advantage against St. Viator Varsity 2 in the round of 32. As Sherwood controls, puck poked off of his stick by Rose, he'll retreat. And McCauley plays it ahead, Zach Freema looking to tip that one into the zone, didn't get by Gornick. Now Sherwood comes across the line. Wyatt Sherwood left it, Blake Hoffer, McCauley, slap shot, and a save, maybe that missed the net. Centering past Ventura, and another save made by Steiner on Nick Ventura.
I think Steiner got a piece of McCauley's blistering slap shot from the point, and then came up behind the goal line, passed out in front, and Blake Hoffer, I think, just chipped it in. And Steiner so far is showing up tonight, Dylan. So
he's going up against the best offense in the state. GBS averaged 4.63 goals per game in 30 SHL regular season games.
That is so many, and you just need them now.
Including 23 goals against Carmel in 3 meetings. Here's McCauley as the Titans continue on the power play. 45 seconds to go in the period. McCauley up high. Zach Freemuth now. Back to Marty. Marty McCauley, wrist shot, blocked by Morabito. And swooping in there is Capulong. He will play it off the near boards, and all the way down it goes. Kamens left it for McCauley. Marty McCauley skating through his own zone. Across center ice. Can't dangle across one man, and Hoffer will play it back to Nick Ventura. Just 17 to go in the period.
Yeah, McCauley had some momentum there, and Gorna just stopped him with his stick.
Zach Freemuth off the near boards. Kulikowski punches it across the line. Scrum on the near side. 3 seconds on the clock, 2 now 1. And that's going to do it for period number 1. 17 minutes in the books, and we're even. Nothing past either goaltender so far as GBS and Carmel scoreless after 1.
I'm sure, the GBS fans want goals. I want goals, but that was a pretty exciting first period. And I think that Steiner might be the story so far because GBS has 11 shots versus 7 for the Corsairs, but I think the more difficult stops were by Steiner. And like I say at the beginning of the game, he might be that X factor in this game so far. So we just need to crack that code that he has for keeping the puck out of the net.
When you talk about 69 shots for the Titans against St. Viator in the round of 32, well, they seem to put up a lot of shots against Carmel. In the 3 regular season meetings, the Titans recorded 138 shots in 3 games against Carmel. They put up 50, then 43, then 45. Currently with 11 so far, they're on pace for 33 shots here in the game. And of course, all those shots were a big reason that they scored so many goals against the Corsairs. But against this goaltender, Tommy Steiner, proving that he is here to play this game and not throw it away by any means.
Well, that might be what you need tonight is more shots. So you get your percentage up, and then more saves that have to be made, better chance of letting one go by. So having 43 shots be the lowest amount that you've taken against the team out of 3 games, that's a pretty good effort. So let's see what happens here in the second period. I got a feeling somebody's going to light the lamp here pretty soon. Still got 25 seconds left to go of a power play, and so they got to take a little bit of a break, keep their fastest skaters on the ice, the Freeman line.
Second period on the South Hockey Network, brought to you by Gel Cert. Titans pull it back. We're underway. Still some time on the power play for GBS. Marty McCauley through neutral ice. Brings the puck over the line with some pressure. McCauley pulling ahead of Gornick. Gets a shot away, and the save made by Steiner. Another penalty.
That was just McCauley's speed that caused that penalty. He came over from the center line, brought that puck in over the blue line, and he just kept on pressing down those boards, and he forced the player, number 12, that is Gornick, to go to the box because he had no choice but to pull him down. And McCauley even got the shot off.
So brief two-man advantage for the Titans, then it'll be another power play, all power play sponsored by RSM. McCauley to Freemuth, into the glove of Steiner.
Yeah, I think that shot by Freemuth would have gone wide by about 2 or 3 inches, but Steiner put the glove on it. It was pretty quick. Quick shot, quicker save.
Just getting started here in period number 2. AHAI Sweet 16 of the state playoffs. Single elimination, unlike the SHL playoffs with the best of 3 series. Here come the Corsairs shorthanded. Capulon got it to Gamel. Gamel thought about rushing ahead on a 2-on-1, but smartly retreats and clears.
I like Sherwood tried to push Gamel over the line to make him offsides.
Oh,
it would have worked.
Here comes Freemuth racing ahead of the puck, but it's taken by Vavra, and here he comes. Max Vavra over the line. Left side to the net, kicked out of there by the left pad of Eli Kamens. Now the captain, Zach Freemuth, over the line, left it Sherwood, back for Freemuth, tipping it on net, and a stop made by Steiner. He'll juggle it and keep it in his glove.
I like that give and go with Freemuth and Sherwood, right? Freemuth drops off to Sherwood just inside the blue line, and Sherwood throws it right on back for a little bit of a tip. But like I say, Steiner's pretty sharp tonight, so far he's seen what's going on. Might have to get that first goal a garbage goal. Just hack it in there somehow.
Titans 0 for 2 on the power play. They've still got a minute left here in the man advantage. And the special teams were really what caused the Titans so many problems against St. Ignatius in the SHL quarterfinals. They did not successfully convert a power play or penalty kill in that game. 0 for 2 on the kill, 0 for 6 on the power play. Ventura centered it. McCauley one-timer, big save, rebound, looking to hack it home was Stevens, and it wouldn't go. Boy, Tommy Steiner has made a number of saves tonight that are goals maybe more than 50% of the time for this Titans team.
He's been in his positioning tonight is perfect. That was a great give-and-go play. McCauley taking that great shot of his and just Steiner making the stop.
Now back over the line. Here comes Nick Ventura. Left it for Stevens, but that one by him. And the Corsairs will punch it out of the zone. That'll kill the rest of the power play for the Titans. So 0 for 3 here to start this game here in the AHAI Sweet 16. Now Pajerski over the line. Nice no-look pass to Jonathan Cesario. Look to center it again. Now Tutsius plays it off the glass. Down to Dylan Monaghan. And the Corsairs able to repossess the puck. Deacon Rose can't get a pass by the skates of Benji Pajerski. Now Cesario looking to center, taken away by Elwinger. Benji Pajerski with the puck. He has a hat trick this season against the Carmel Catholic Corsairs in that 10-1 defeat earlier on in the season at the Glenview Ice Center. Pajerski behind the goal line, poked out of there by Deacon Rose. Now here comes Rose through neutral ice. He'll dump this one down left side. 15-9 the shots on goal in favor of the Titans. But both goaltenders perfect so far early in the second period. This is an icing by the Titans. That'll stop the clock again.
Yeah, Cesario, he didn't look to the right of him. He had 2 of his GBS players there to help him out to come in on a 3-on-2. But he just kind of threw it down. I think he might have thought he was at the center line or past it.
Carmel Catholic swept by the Titans in the regular season. 3 decisive wins for GBS after Carmel took the season series last season 2-1, including a defeat of the Titans on GBS's senior night. Here's a shot saved by Kamens, big rebound, and Lagori couldn't get that one cleanly on target. Now leased into the net, stopped by Kamens, rebound, Lagori had an open net, good play by Aiden Weller to get a stick in there to cause some havoc. Now Lagori Blue line, backhanded it off the boards, goes down below the line. Here's Stokel now for the Corsairs. Up to Gornick. His shot, didn't have a lot on it. Here come the Titans. Will Stevens ahead to Nick Ventura. Lagori takes it away. Now here comes Carmel, 3-on-2 rush. Gamble can't toe drag it around. Weller, as this one's poked out to neutral ice. Kulikowski ahead. Maybe a 2-on-1. AJ Kulikowski over to Nick Ventura, and what a block. Diving in there, Christian Leaston. Now here comes Carmel. Caden Gornick over the line. Gornick around Weller to the net. Look to get it to his backhand. Eli Kamens hangs on to it for another stoppage.
Eli Kamens having to come up with his own great stop. This is some exciting stuff, and got to watch out as the game progresses. The longer this game goes 0-0, you know, teams that don't match up on paper start to get a little confidence. So you got to try to shut them down as fast as you can.
This is a Carmel team that have only got 7 SHL wins, 3 against Stevenson and 2 against Fenwick, but they've taken down St. Viator and York, 2 teams that have beaten the Titans this season. Here comes Freemuth, racing ahead, takes a shot off the blocker and up into the protective netting. Tommy Steiner with another good stop, and the clock freezes with 12:33.
Boy, when Freeman gets ahead of steam, you know, you better have a little bit of an angle on him because you're not going to beat him. He's whizzed around that Corsairs defenseman, took a great shot, and Steiner just got a piece of it to send it over the crossbar.
Face-off taken by Carmel. Here's Ryan Capulong, the captain of this team. Freemuth, pass intercepted by Ben Vavra. Now to Deacon Rose over the line. Rose looking to get around McCauley. Takes a hit into the boards. Carmel keeps the puck. Max Vavra takes a shot just wide of the right post. No save necessary for Eli. Corsairs play catch while they tag up to be on sides. Capulong will dump it down left wing. Now Capulong gets it again, dangling, backhand try, big stop by Kamens. Boy, Ryan Capulong found some space there. Now Max Vavra, top of the left circle. Vavra can't get it by Hoffer, he pokes it ahead. McCauley now sends Sherwood on a breakaway. Wyatt Sherwood, and he got partially slashed but no call from behind. Probably not a penalty. Now Deacon Rose the other way. Freemuth races in there and makes a great defensive effort. 2 great defensive efforts by both teams on each other's breakaways.
I think that was Vavra from the Corsairs, and then Freemuth with his speed getting back there. That looked pretty nerve-wracking there, but he was able to catch up with that Corsairs player.
Yeah, if it wasn't Zach Freemuth right there, a lot of times you could chalk those up as just a breakaway and then you cross your fingers, but the speed of Zach Freemuth, able to knock that one off of Deacon Rose's stick. Now here's Nick Ventura, up to Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey takes a shot, blocked at the circle by Morbido. Now Max Vavra skates through neutral ice. He comes over the line, Vavra. Now Dick. Vavra gets it again, look to get it back to Jackson Dick, but he was a little bit too close to the slot instead of the left circle. Ryan Mulvey, back in his own zone for the Titans. Plays it off the boards, and down it goes, no icing. Not sure why. And not much of an argument by Carmel either, bizarre. Now Kulikowski, great pass down to Stevens. Monaghan, one-timer, didn't get enough of it. Now a scrum for the puck up on the near boards. Havlis able to retrieve it, I should say. Browse, now a great stick by Pajerski. Here come the Titans. Benji Pajerski over the line. Dylan Monaghan, look to get it back to Benji, and that wouldn't go. That one off a body, right in the slot, as we stay scoreless here at the Glenview Ice Center. Pajerski over to Monaghan with a nice pass. Monaghan's shot blocked in close by Preda. And Carmel will clear this one the length of the ice, and it's called an icing. And we remain scoreless here at the Glenview Ice Center with 9:41 to go in the second. Titans with the edge in shots, 17-13.
Dylan, I think that one of the most frustrating plays for a fan like I am, right? I'm broadcasting tonight too, but for a fan is the your team's shots being blocked. The Corsairs just blocked 3 straight shots in a row. So you got to get those things on net. Got to see the lane.
Now Stokel can't get it out. Bounces back into the Carmel zone. Here is Ben Vavra. Vavra around Stevens, comes over the line. Vavra shoots. Nice release on the wrister, but it goes high of the net. Ryan Mulvey for the Titans behind his own net, plays it off the boards. Nick Ventura can't hang on to it, and Carmel will get possession back. Will Stevens nearly poking that one ahead for a breakaway, but Carmel will keep the puck. Here is Lincoln Stokel. Gets it ahead, Leaston. Leaston over the line, down the left wing side, takes a shot in and out of the glove of Kamens. Now Nick Ventura kicks it to his stick blade, now got it to Vanderploeg. Here comes Asher Vanderploeg rushing over the line, gets around one, tried to pull it to his backhand. That didn't work, but it did draw a penalty. Boy, how about the hands there by the sophomore defenseman, Asher Vanderploeg. Boy, so close to one of the goals of the season.
Wow, that was a thing of beauty. He came over, he had the puck at the blue line, he had one defender to beat, and he just dipsy-doodled around him and then was able to take the shot as he was being pulled down. So I thought maybe we'd get the point to the center dot for a penalty shot, but that didn't happen. So we just have 2 minutes. Corsairs sitting in the box. I did want to say what a couple defensive plays by people on both of these teams. This is an exciting game. There's a great flow to it.
Halfway through it, just about. Another power play for the Titans. All power plays brought to you by RSM. Titans 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Here's Ryan Mulvey, tipped on its way, bounces wide of the net. Now Zach Freemuth. Sherwood gets it up to Marty McCauley by the Stars logo. Now Hoffer left circle, his shot blocked in close, and it'll be cleared by Caden Gornick.
That's that shot block that just really kills you, you know.
Here come the Titans rushing the other way. Wyatt Sherwood pokes it ahead of one. Sherwood left circle, centered it. Freemuth just tipped it wide. Now Sherwood plays it with a backhand, and we've got a penalty. The ref in neutral ice called it. He called a hooking call, and I didn't see what that penalty would have been in real time.
That might be against the Corsairs.
Carmel, yes, you're right.
On Freemuth, as Freemuth was pressing down the slot.
Okay, so the Titans with ample time here on the 5-on-3.
Yeah, Max Vavra, I think, just was nervous that Freemuth was sailing through the middle, and he put his stick on him. He didn't even have the puck.
So now the Vavra brothers in the penalty box.
What are they talking about? Did you clean the garage this morning? No. Did you clean your room? I thought you did it.
Well, big opportunity for the Titans here. Prime opportunity to score, and with the Titans' first line just out there on that last shift, Jim Philbin will start his second power play unit. Actually, no, he wants to make a change, but the referee is saying no. Zach Freemuth and Jim Philbin both palms up.
Yeah, I think Philbin's just saying, "Where's my last change?"
Yeah. So he'll look to get that power play unit out as soon as possible. The Titans will take the face-off. Tutsius goes across McCauley, good reception. Marty McCauley takes a shot off the crossbar. A loud ting off the iron. Here's Nick Ventura now. He shoots that one wide of the net. Here's Stevens. McCauley, right circle, looking for a pass, found Stevens. He shoots off the stick and out of Capulong, and that will allow Philbin to get his preferred line out.
There's so many guys on this GBS team that have a great shot. McCauley obviously is one of them, and man, can he shoot that puck fast. And one of these times, Steiner's just going to miss it.
Still 56 seconds to go on the two-man advantage. Hoffer, Freemuth, Sherwood, McCauley, and Mulvey out there.
Capelong did a nice job to just flick that GBS player's stick and get that puck, take off another few seconds off this clock.
Now here's Sherwood, finds Freemuth, dangling Zach Freemuth. Shot blocked off another stick, and up into the netting it goes.
Man, what a sweet move by Freemuth through the slot. He got that pass and just put a move on that Corsairs player and then was able to take the shot. Just didn't realize it was a second Corsairs player that got a stick in the way.
36 more seconds left in the 5-on-3. Another face-off win for GBS. Ryan Mulvey, Marty McCauley, back to Mulvey. Look to get it down to Freemuth. He finds it, shoots! Just wide of the net. Here's Sherwood picking it up. Wyatt Sherwood over to McCauley, left circle. He takes a shot off the pad of Tommy Steiner.
Still perfect.
Now McCauley on a pass from Mulvey. Near side. Got it to Zach Freemuth. Has room. Over to McCauley. He shoots into the glove of Steiner.
Dylan, I'm impressed with this Steiner. He's moving so well from right to left to right. Able to see the top line that GBS has that are peppering him with, just got their 19th shot in there. So they still have 4 more seconds left to go. So win this draw, get 1 more shot on net within the first 5 or 6 seconds here.
Face-off win for GBS once again. Freemuth over to Sherwood, and another save made by Steiner. And boy, the Carmel fans down to our right getting loud.
Well, GBS is passing the puck like the pros, and Steiner's just in the way. So somebody might have to skate by Steiner, just get in his head a little bit.
Another face-off win for GBS. Just stays in the zone, but not for long. Deacon Rose on a breakaway. And Wyatt Sherwood makes a hit and is going to go to the box. And, I was going to say that should have been the referee kind of got in the way. Sorry, there's a loud fan here to our left.
The Corsairs had a great play coming down the ice, and the ref got in the way, so it slowed up the Corsairs player, allowed Sherwood to be able to get a couple more strides down the ice. And I thought that was a pretty clean hit. I just thought it was shoulder on shoulder. The Corsairs player had the puck, so you're definitely hearing it from the GBS crowd here.
You probably heard it word for word.
You got 2 referees that are talking here with each other for a couple seconds. I don't know what they could be talking about, but I think that they're trying to call a pretty tight game. We've seen the opposite. We've seen some pretty loose games where people have been taken down and no calls all night. So I don't know what kind of game you like, but certainly the Corsairs like that call.
All right, 4-on-4 hockey. Here's Gamble. Got it down low to Ligori. So as a result, the Titans' power play will fall to 0 for 5 in this game. Now this one ahead, Will Stevens racing after it. Got ahead of Morabito. Here comes Will Stevens. He scores! 4-on-4. Will Stevens connects. And the Titans have broken the ice in the second period.
When that puck was at the GBS blue line, you had 2 skaters, Will Stevens and the Corsairs, and I said, who's going to skate faster? And it was Stevens. He just skated his heart out, picked up that puck at around the center line, came in and just blew it past on the right side of Steiner. Finally beat him for the first goal. So, wow, that was exciting.
Will Stevens, a senior here playing in his final competitive game at the Glenbrook Community Ice Center of his hockey career, gets a big one.
Well, he just got this crowd lit up with that move, that speed, and that shot.
1-0 Titans. Will Stevens scored GBS's only goal in Game 3 of the quarterfinals against SHL quarterfinals, that is, against St. Ignatius. Gets a big one there. Here is Will Stevens once again. Takes a shot. That one didn't miss by much as it floats wide to the left. Now that the Titan power play is over, or really the Carmel penalty, we are back to a Carmel power play. So the Titans shorthanded once again. All shorthanded situations sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. 5:20 to go in period number 2. A low-scoring affair as the goalies have been shining on both ends. Zach Freemuth off a steal. He'll chip this one down. Chasing after it, Freemuth. Got to it, look to play it up, but it'll go to Carmel. Here's Deacon Rose. Rose's pass intercepted by the Titans. Here comes Monaghan over the line. Just offsides is Freemuth. A step over the blue line. And that'll stop the clock once again. 32 to go on Sherwood's penalty.
Yeah, I think Freeman thought he was going to pull it into the zone there, so he just decided to dart right, and he just went in one more step offsides. Like I say, Dylan, very exciting game. Corsairs doing a pretty good job of keeping up with the GBS players here. Shots 21-14 in favor of GBS.
By the way, Wyatt Sherwood got a 10-minute misconduct for that penalty.
Yeah, I see him in the box. Now that is even more, that just invites more questions because, first of all, I thought it was a good hit. So maybe something he said afterwards?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing on the game sheet more than just the elbowing call. But yeah, 2 and a 10 as Bergamini is serving the penalty. He'll get out of the box now as the Titans return to full strength, but GBS will be without Wyatt Sherwood until, I can do some quick math here, 14:28 to go in the third period.
I think that's a big hit. I mean, Sherwood is, one of the top offensive players on this team. So, and he's just he's a great player out there, along with so many other GBS players. So, that's a big one there. And I don't know how that transpired.
Yeah, he had a goal and 2 assists against St. Viator in the round of 32. There's a hit into the corner. Titans fans want a penalty. They're not going to get one. 4 minutes to go before the intermission. Pajerski down to Cesario. Jonathan Cesario runs into a man. Loose puck sitting there behind the goal line, and Gornick will pick it up. Cesario hits him into the boards again. Puck sitting there, right behind the net. It'll come free for Elwinger. Aiden Weller with a shot. That one blocked by Havlis. Ronan Havlis, that's Elwinger. Played it behind the net for Gornick. 3.5 to go in the second. Bergamini takes a shot, blocked by Cesario. It goes down to the far side. Preda hits Pajerski into the boards, and that'll allow Carmel to get the puck out to neutral ice. Here's Ronan Havlis. Got it to Thomas Preda. Chipped over the line. Titans get it out. Freemuth pokes it ahead. 2-on-0. Freemuth and Hoffer. Zach over to Blake. And Gornick reached with his stick on a great defensive effort. And then they score! Zach Freemuth from behind the net found a hole on Steiner's right side. And the Titans double their lead. It's 2-zip.
Wow, what a great play by Gornick to make you think that the Corsairs was out of it. And all of a sudden, Zach Freemuth goes back underneath the goal line, picks the puck up, and comes right back around and figure out a way to just tuck it into that lower left-hand side corner on the paddle side, and it's 2-0. Fantastic effort by that whole line.
This is the 52nd game of the season, in or out of the SHL, playoffs or otherwise, for the Titans. That is Zach Freemuth's 55th goal on the campaign.
Well, Dylan, I'm trying to see where I could fit in a comment that I have to make about Zach Freemuth and the year that he's having, and really the career that he's had for GBS, as he's a senior, and this is his last game in Glenview.
Deacon Rose looking to chop the bouncing puck, and that goes held on to by Camus.
And maybe I'll say that now. Chris Chelios had his jersey retired in Chicago today. I don't know the outcome of that game, but I know that Zach Freemuth, if I was to pick somebody looking at his career, varsity player freshman year, the amount of points that he's had this season and all of his other seasons, if there was a jersey that I'd put up in the rafters, it'd be Zach Freemuth.
Number 81, I know my senior year at GBS, there was another 81 on the team. Stephen Bendewald had, if you remember that name. As this one's poked out of there by Zach. Grabbed back by Vavra. Now Nick Ventura plays it to Alex Tutsius. He'll go to Hoffer, chipping it ahead. Zach Freemuth looked to get it over the line. Now Blake Hoffer pulls it out. He's got a look. Blake Hoffer centered it. They score! It wasn't a clean pass by Blake Hoffer, but it pinballed around and went right to the stick of Nick Ventura. And the Titans are starting to open the floodgates here at the Glenview Ice Center.
How exciting that is for Nick Ventura coming down the slot. And he's like, oh my, look, there's a puck on the end of my stick. Let me just shoot this into the net after all the work that Hoffer did. So, you know, sometimes it happens like that. And I don't think this 3-0 game is, you know, Steiner's playing a different game, but all of a sudden I think the pressure's getting to the offensive and defensive players and leaving him a little bit, you know, in the lurch here.
Now here comes Leaston. Carmel looking to get anything before they head to the locker room to get back into this one, as they were in the game for a long time before the Titans score 3 goals here in the second period, and 3 goals in the last 4 minutes as well. Pierce Davidson up to Vanderploeg, keeping it inside the blue line. Left side, Leaston checks a man into the boards. Morabito will get the puck for Carmel. Looking to play it out, not past Pierce Davidson. He'll go cross ice, find Ryan Mulvey. Now to the Glenview Stars logo, Vanderploeg. Will Stevens picks up the puck, shoots. High of the crossbar, rebound comes to the near side. Vanderploeg plays it far side, nobody home. And the Corsairs will get it back out. Will Stevens with a goal tonight, chips it in. Final minute of period number 2. Zach Freemuth plays it back, Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey, he will dump this one in. Goes down below the goal line, rings around the boards right to left. Freemuth picks it up in the corner, centers it, Ventura! And a save made by Steiner. Nick Ventura bidding for a second goal in just over a minute.
Yeah, I think Steiner's saying, what hit me here, guys? You know, although that's only the 23rd shot, that last one got blocked, so that was a pretty good one for the Corsairs to block that and not let it go to Steiner. But Steiner's probably saying, you know, where'd this come from? And let's see if we can slow this down, slow this GBS team down.
38 seconds left. Big guns out there for Jim Philbin once again, as he's forced to put Ventura on this line since Wyatt Sherwood's still serving his 10-minute misconduct on the elbowing call. Down below the goal line, Carmel behind the net. And Nick Ventura, far side corner. 12 seconds left. Centering pass, Tutsius knocks it out of there and out of the zone. And that should just about do it as Carmel dumps it down. And we do get a whistle here with 2.5 as that touched either a body or some equipment on the Corsairs bench.
Yeah, GBS is probably saying, is that all we needed to do was get Sherwood a 10-minute misconduct, because all those goals started to flow in as soon as he got off into the bench.
They'll have an offensive zone faceoff too, 2.5, more than enough time to get something off here. Sometimes you'll see coaches pull the goaltender in these situations. Jim Philbin will keep Caymans in. Face-off win by Freemuth. McCauley takes a desperation shot. Blocked. And the horn sounds on 2 periods here at the Glenview Ice Center. Scoreless after 1. Titans get 3 big goals in 4 minutes here at the end of the period, and they will head into the locker room with a 3-goal lead against Carmel, looking for a spot in the AHAI State Playoffs Elite 8.
Wow, Dylan, what a difference those last, 6-7 minutes meant, because up until that point you're saying, okay, you know what's going to happen these last couple of minutes, what's going to happen in this third period. Now GBS has this team right where they want them, and they're going to go into that locker room, they're going to talk about and strategize about how to lock this thing down and move on to the next game in the playoffs. So, I mean, I know it's not over yet. I know Caymans is doing a great job. So far, he's had a little bit of a light duty this second period is kind of a light duty. But GBS has him, and now they have to just talk about how they're just going to keep it, maybe score a goal or two more, but not let any in, and let's get out of here with a win.
All right, the score after 2, GBS 3, Carmel Catholic 0. Dylan Ward and John Ward with you here on the call. Don't go anywhere. We'll mute our mics, but stay right here live on YouTube. Third period coming up in about 10 minutes' time, the final regulation period at the Glenview Ice Center this season for GBS hockey. Don't go anywhere. This is the South Hockey Network. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Live on YouTube, live from the Glenview Community Ice Center. Final home game for the team on the season and for all the seniors here on the GBS varsity hockey team. GBS going up against Carmel here in the state Sweet 16, looking for a spot at the Edge Ice Arena in Bentonville for the Elite Eight. Dylan Ward and John Ward with you on the call, and it's been a pretty close game in spite of your scoreboard on your screen saying 3-0. The Titans didn't strike first till around 6 minutes left in the second period, and then they wound up scoring 3 goals in a 4-minute span. Here's the third period set to begin. Third period sponsored by PW Jet, and we are underway. And now here comes Freemuth on a breakaway. Backhander wouldn't go. Now sent it in front. Nick Ventura looking to backhand that one right by the net. This one goes far side corner. Penalty coming up against the Titans, though, on a hold.
Sorry about that, Dylan. Freeman just shot out of a cannon.
Guess what? None of our viewers at home even realized that we talked over each other because I forgot to turn on your mic. So it worked out.
A son shutting his dad off. Isn't that interesting?
So GBS back to the penalty kill. Carmel so far in the game 0 for 3 here on the man advantage. Again, they had that 8% power play in the SHL regular season, 7 for 87. Not a great look on the man advantage for the Corsairs, but they are looking for anything they can to get back into this game. And of course, all penalty kills for the Titans are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. And well, if you're gonna have a power play, they have it on a fresh sheet of ice.
And the usual suspects are on the ice for GBS, some of their fastest players, McCauley, Freemuth.
Lagori takes a shot. That one sails high of the crossbar. Reminder, Sherwood in the penalty box until 13:28, by the way, not 14:28 as I initially reported. Thanks, Sam Schwartz, for the correction. Tutsius chipped at Nick Ventura as we get a stoppage of play. And I'm not sure why. Oh, net's off.
Yeah, net's off at Moorings. Yeah, this is the exact kind of start the Corsairs wanted to start the third period on a fresh sheet of ice. So they'll have another 1:08 left of their power play. If you look at Vavra, he's got the legs like a giraffe when he skates out there. I think his brother's out there too.
44 and 26 for the Corsairs, and you see a lot of brothers play on these high school teams. Miscue. Will Stevens had a shot, but it was blocked.
Boy, the Corsairs just went to sleep on that when it hit the backboard, came out right in front of the net, and both Corsairs skaters skated over it, left it for the GBS player.
Now Morabito to the net. Grabbed by Vanderploeg. Morabito tries again, and that one stopped by Kamens, but nearly poked by. Here's Gamble, scores! Hayden Gamble gets Carmel's first of the game on the power play, and Titans lead is now 2.
That was unfortunate for Kamens because of all the stuff that was going on in the corner. That puck just squirted out right in front to Gambles, and he just quickly snapped it over the shoulder of Kamens, and now we have a 3-1 game, and that is what the Corsairs wanted. Boy, were they excited to get on the board because this is how they think that they're going to come back in this one.
And don't forget, this is the single elimination AHAI State playoffs. Think about their seniors on this team and how they don't want this to be their last game of their high school hockey career. And 3-0 lead, I mean, when they headed to the locker room, I'm sure head coach PJ Eberhardt had some words for them. And Carmel's a team that can make some things happen, that's for sure. GBS wins the attacking zone face-off. Marty McCauley chipped it down to Nick Ventura. Ventura, a tough angle, that one off the post, and easily recovered by Max Vavra. Now giving up, here's Tutsius to the near side, Nick Ventura. Goes by the goal line. Here's Alex Tutsius. Tutsius shoves it across ice. Here comes Nick Ventura. Ventura over the line. Nick Ventura looking to dangle, looking for his second goal of the night. Deacon Rose will recover. 3 goals by the Titans here. Will Stevens, Zach Freemuth, and Nick Ventura in that order. Blake Hoffer with 2 assists.
Dylan, we talked about GBS trying to talk in that intermission about how to close this out, you know, and you got to close them out.
Marty McCauley now. Will Stevens backhand try, save made by Steiner. Rebound, puck is not frozen. Comes to the near side. Will Stevens in the corner. Stevens centered it, looking for Davidson. Puck never got to him. McCauley now. Tutsius throws one to the net. That was blocked. Maybe that was swallowed by some of the equipment for a moment, but then it pokes free. Titans lead shots 26-18 here in period number 3. Here's a pass by Will Stevens, looking for Kulikowski, but it bounced off of his stick, so Aiden Gamble will reset for the Corsairs. Aiden Gamble, 5 goals, 7 assists, as Carmel's lone tally tonight. Now Davidson ahead. Titans will rush ahead. Maybe a 2-on-1. Benji Pajurski dangling. Couldn't get around Dick. Now Pajurski kicks it to his stick, but never got to his stick. Caden Gornick out through neutral ice. Lost the puck. Goes right by the Titan bench. And the Titans will control it back in their own zone.
Great play by Dick as Pajurski was moving in. He had the speed on him, but he just put the big body in front of him and just slowed him down.
Centering pass to Sario, nearly beat the 5-hole there, but his quick shot missed the net wide to the right. Now here's Ben Vavra down in the far corner. Ronan Havlis will pick it up, get it back to Vavra. Plays it off the boards, looking to get it to Dick, who swipes it out. Now here comes Leaston, Christian Leaston. Down the right wing, looked to get a pass to Dick, but he never got to him.
Weller came through on that play. What a great defensive play by Weller to just put the stop to that offensive thrust.
Here is Weller, looked to get it to Freemuth, he did, but then Zach Freemuth ran into Dylan Monaghan, and that allows Carmel to get the puck back, come over the line. Max Vavra dangling, takes a shot. Good stick again by Aiden Weller, sending that one high up and out of play.
Those are those legs by the Vavra brothers, you know, as they come through, they had those long strides. You know, they look like they're taking half the strides of any other player, and they're going faster than the other players. So it's just interesting. They cover a lot of ground, and that's how he got around that defensive player for GBS.
Carmel in just their 3rd hockey game in the month of February. Happy-Long down to Vavra. Puck taken away by Zach Freemuth. Freemuth plays it far side for McCauley. McCauley out to Hoffer. He gets it ahead, Nick Ventura, 1-on-1 with Ben Vavra. Max swoops in, and the pass attempted through the legs. Now Deacon Rose poking it ahead, partial break for the Corsairs. Rose pressured from behind by McCauley, didn't allow him to get a shot off. Morabito will keep it alive. Now Max Vavra picks it up off the skates of Nick Ventura. Vavra, tough angle, scores! Somehow found that top left corner. And we've got a 1-goal game.
I know how he found it. He picked up that puck in the slot, skated out to the circle, and then made a quick left. And whew, what a wrister. Just picked up that top left-hand corner. You know, trying to think of, you know, NHL players that had a shot like that. Really impressive, but more importantly, we got a 1-goal game here, so.
And why not a timeout called by Jim Philbin? Get the troops together and talk things over, as Carmel with plenty of momentum now, and the fans cheering at the fact that the Titans called a TO. 11:15 to go in the 3rd period, 3-2 GBS after 2 unanswered goals by Carmel. Max Vavra led the team in goal scoring in the SHL with 15 goals in 30 games. He also had a goal against Notre Dame in Carmel's first state playoff game, So now he's got his second of the AHAI State playoffs.
I think this is a perfect time for a timeout, Dylan, because, you know, the Corsairs have the momentum, 2 really, really strong goals, and you just want to settle Caymans down, let them know that we're going to be playing in front of you here and we can still take this thing. Just have to get the next goal for sure. Otherwise, momentum is going to be really strongly on the Corsairs side. The Corsairs fan base is up and at them. They're woken up and they're back in this game. That's what I love to see of it. All these high school teams. Every game I come to, all these players are so proud. They're just not gonna give up.
So the Corsairs 1 shot away from tying this game. Titans could really use some insurance right about now as we get back underway in the 3rd period. McCauley dumps it in from the neutral zone. Stopped by Steiner. Now Zach Freemuth threw it up high. McCauley. He'll try a shot. Blocked by Capulong. He races ahead. Ryan Capulong, the captain of this team. Good defensive effort by Tootsius to get in the way.
Great effort.
Now puck poked to the far side. Gornick. Hoffer will recover. Get it ahead. Wyatt Sherwood. After sitting in the box for 10 minutes, Wyatt Sherwood pokes it ahead. He'll have to retreat, but he still hangs on to the puck as it's sticked off of his possession by Deacon Rose. Blake Hoffer over the line, has some room. Hoffer cuts left in the corner, tried a shot, or centering pass I should say, but it was blocked by Carmel Vanderplug, one-timer. That one sails wide of the net. Now Rose out through neutral ice. Pokes it ahead with the backhand. Will Stevens catches up to it, but Deacon Rose hits him into the boards. Rose centered it in. Gamble fanned on his shot. Boy, oh boy. The Carmel Catholic Corsairs skating with plenty of momentum now.
What a pass by Rose to find his man in the center.
Now Weller chips it all the way down. And that is an icing against the Titans, stopping the clock with 9:40 to go in the 3rd. GBS leads by 1.
Dylan, we got a game on our hands here.
Dylan Ward and John Ward here with you on the call. Gerard Boris on the camera, Joe Hoffer keeping score. Stevens ready for the faceoff against Rocco Ligori of the Corsairs. Faceoff won by Carmel initially, but then Nick Ventura swoops in there. Ventura over the line down the right wing side, puts on the brakes. Ventura hit or pinned up against the boards. Eventually that puck finds Mulvey, gets it across Vanderplug to the slot. Puck sitting there in blue paint. They hack and whack, but can't get it home. Now here's a shot right side off the stick of Brian Mulvey. Stopped once again by Tommy Steiner, who's made 25 stops on the 28 shots he's seen tonight.
Yeah, well, he's got, when your offensive and defensive players put a couple goals on the board, you quickly get back into it. So, if he was disappointed at the 3 goals right before that second period ended, he's, pretty excited now.
Back underway, here's Weller chipping this one down below the goal line. Dylan Monaghan, what a pass to Pajerski! He scores! Benji Pajerski with the goal, but what a pass by number 92 in black. Dylan Monaghan with a highlight reel assist from below the goal line. Back to a 2-goal lead for the Titans.
Dylan, that puck went off the end board, and Dylan Monaghan just gave a no-look between his back was to the net, behind the net, and he just redirected out in front to Pajerski, and he was easily able to just tap it past the goal. Steiner, I don't think, even knew that puck was behind him.
So Benji Pajerski, who scored in the SHL quarters, gets his second postseason goal. Pajerski had 6 goals in the SHL regular season. 3 of them came against Carmel Catholic with the hat trick. Now here comes GBS again. Wyatt Sherwood 2-on-1. Over to Blake Hoffer. He shoots. And a save made by Steiner. And Vavra recollects. Gets it ahead to Deacon Rose. Over the line, left it. Capulong chases it down to the corner. Zach Freemuth looking to clear it out. Morabito keeps it alive. Now Zach Freemuth gets the puck. Zach Freemuth over the line. Takes a shot. Blocked in close. Centered it. Nobody home. And Vavra will play it near side. McCauley races in there to keep possession alive for the Titans. Throws it to the left circle. Zach Freemuth picks it up. Now down to Tutsius. Below the goal line it goes. Hoffer up to McCauley. Down to Freemuth, wide open left circle. Stick handles a couple times before getting a shot away. And that one stopped by Steiner. 8:07 to go in period 3.
What a great pass across ice to Freemuth, and he just kind of stick handle. He's trying to decide what to do with it. And then he put a great shot on. Steiner just stood up to him, but those are the types of plays you need. And boy, to get the ultimate insurance goal here and get up to 5-2 is certainly looking, GBS is looking to do that. Boy, getting that fourth goal was key.
Puck falls, right face-off circle, won by the Titans. Mulvey down to Stevens. Will Stevens threw it up high. Vanderplug with a long reach, couldn't hang on to it before it leaked outside the zone. Now Vanderplug, pressure from Stokel. He'll backhand this one down. Stokel right behind the net. Gamble taken away, Kulikowski. AJ Kulikowski, as this puck floats to the near side corner boards, picked up by Will Stevens below the net on a pass from Kulikowski. As now Carmel chips this one out. They've got an odd man rush ahead. Here's Stokel over the line. Good stick there by Asher Vanderplug. Now here come the Titans. Nick Ventura down the right wing, takes a lap behind the net, runs into Gamble, keeps the puck. Up to Vanderplug, looked to get that one down to Stevens, right circle, couldn't find him. Now Ventura up to Mulvey, across Vanderplug, he shoots, and a save made by Tommy Steiner.
Boy, both of these teams are playing with a lot of heart, Dylan. They're starting to throw their bodies around. They want these wins, and it's just pretty exciting to see the heart that they all have, that they're leaving on the ice, right? And of course you mentioned the seniors, so many of these guys are going, I got to do it all now. It's now or never.
Looks like we're going to get a penalty against Carmel on that play. Ligori goes to the box.
Well, right when I said maybe they're putting all their hearts on, they're doing it just a tad too much, as the ref must have put up his arm and said, you can't do that.
By the way, Rocco Ligori, with 83 penalty minutes in the SHL regular season, has the second guy beat by 43. The next highest is Rocco Falco with 40. So, go figure, he's in the box again. Titans back to the power play. All power plays sponsored by RSM. Big opportunity for the Titans to get a fifth. Sherwood into the glove of Steiner. Flashy stop for number 39 in white.
Boy, what a consistent goalie. He is moving both sides. The blocker, the glove, no matter what's been thrown at him. I don't mean they get 4 goals, but boy, he's still impressive.
Face-off win for GBS. Marty McCauley has it left point. Look to get that one down to Sherwood. Intercepted the pass. Poked the pass away from him. I don't know. Now Freemuth. Below the line, Zach Freemuth. Near side corner. Plays it off the boards up to Marty McCauley. Down to Freemuth. Slides it across here. Sherwood, he shoots. And a block made by Leaston on its way. Loose puck goes to Sherwood. Marty McCauley, high slot. Now Zach Freemuth takes a shot. That one goes high and off the glass. Now Sherwood comes over the line. Wyatt Sherwood, but that's offsides.
That was close. He was really showing some skill there with his stick handling. But this is very exciting, Dylan, because the GBS team, is just really moving the puck well. You take a look at there, and you just almost sense that those 2 goals woke them up and said, no way, I'm not letting this happen, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my heart out right now. Kind of fun to see them skating as fast as they're skating and the good passes.
Carmel with 2 goals on 4 shots on goal here in period number 3. Titans lead shots 34-20. The game 4-2. Stevens, Nick Ventura over the line, leaves it Vanderplug right point. Across Alex Tutsius. He'll try a wrister. That one blocked by Gamble, didn't know where it was, but it was right in his skates. That allowed Tutsius to get it down to Stevens. Stevens plays it back up to Alex Tutsius. One-timer Vanderplug off the pad of Tommy Steiner. As this one's forced out by Carmel, Capulong chasing after it, but won't get to it before Alex Tutsius does.
It's kind of rare that you see a one-timer from the blue line. It's a low percentage shot, but it's kind of cool to see.
At least here in high school hockey, that's for sure. Zach Freemuth, taken away by Gornick. And Ben Vavra will clear this one down just in time to avoid an icing as Lagori comes out of the penalty box, and we're back to 5-on-5 play. Under 5 to go here in the third. Leaston, right point, saved by Kamens. As cool as you'd like with the glove.
I think he had all eyes on that when there was nobody in front of him. Shot came in probably at half the speed that it could have been, and he was able to get the glove on just calmly. Let me get this thing under 5 minutes at 4:46 left, and let's see if we can bring this thing to the house.
Still got a minute or 2 before we see it, but we got to keep a close eye down to Tommy Steiner. He's head coach of the Corsairs, PJ Eberhardt. We'll see when he decides to pull him in favor of the extra attacker as he looks to keep his team's season alive. Deacon Rose can't get around Kulikowski, who chips it out. Vavra will pick it up. Max Vavra, pressure from Stevens from behind, but gets ahead of a couple Titans. Here comes Vavra over the line, sent it down low for Gornick, but that one's flipped out of there by the stick of Eli Kamens. Now Ryan Mulvey with 4:15 to go in regulation. Mulvey behind his net. Hoffer chips it ahead. Will Stevens chasing after the puck. He got to it. Goalie out of his crease. Ventura. That one wouldn't go backhander by Hoffer. Wouldn't either.
I think it hit the post.
Now Marty McCauley catches up to the puck back in his own end. 2 close calls for the Titans. 2 huge stops. As now here comes Freemuth. Over the line, left wing side, put on the brakes, got it to Sherwood, he shoots off the pads of Steiner. McCauley tipped on its way by a Carmel stick, and I'm not sure, I think that save was made. Now here's Hoffer, below the goal line, looked to center it in the blue paint area, but it never got to a Titan. Titans wasting time here in the attacking zone. Here's Freemuth up to Tutsius, he shoots, deflects wide. Blake Hoffer maybe thought about a Michigan, instead found Freemuth with it. Zach Freemuth dangling, takes a shot, and that one deflects high. 3:11 to go.
Woo! A lot of pressure by GBS, and thank God it's down on that end of the ice. Steiner still kind of standing on his head. He's got 32 saves.
There you go.
Sorry, 32 saves tonight, and a lot of them have been spectacular. Kamens has got spectacular saves, a little quieter night.
He's made the necessary stops for GBS tonight. 3 more minutes for the Titans to hang on to this 2-goal cushion. Here's Preda. Now to Ben Vavra. You got to think the goalie pull's coming soon. This one dumped in by the Corsairs. Vanderplug picks it up while Carmel makes a change. Now Aiden Gamble in neutral ice will chip this one in with a backhand. Goalie still staying put with 2.5 to go.
He's looking.
Ben Vavra. He'll skate through neutral ice. Got it to Stokel over the line. Lincoln Stokel dumps that one down left wing. Steiner still staying put with 2:15 to go as the Titans regain possession. Here comes Sherwood, got this one ahead of Morabito, catches up to it. Wyatt Sherwood below the goal line, looks for a pass. He'll send it across, here's Blake Hoffer, and that one off the post. Now the Corsairs chip it out. You gotta think that Steiner's gonna make the sprint soon, but they don't get it up ahead as the Titans regain possession. Sherwood low for Freemuth, back to Wyatt Sherwood, he shoots! And that one wouldn't go, then a man's hit into the goal. And that draws a whistle.
At this late stage of the game, it was surprising that the Corsairs player picked up that puck at the center line, and he could have taken a right and gone towards the GBS zone, but he took a left and he went towards his own zone, which really was a big help for GBS to kill off so many seconds. I was surprised, and then he ultimately lost the puck in his own zone. So that was kind of a surprising play. So the refs are talking here. I think they're just going to back up and drop this puck.
As soon as that puck gets over halfway, the goalie's heading to the bench. Now what the Carmel Corsairs wanted, though, a Titans face-off win. Caden Gornick now repossesses for the Corsairs. This one out to neutral ice. Capulong will play it near side. Max Vavra skating through neutral ice. There goes the goaltender. 6-on-5. Empty net to shoot at for the Titans. Sherwood with a crack at it, and he scores! And that should do it. The Glenbrook South Titans are on their way to Bensonville with Wyatt's empty net tally.
Dylan, I don't know if Sherwood knows this, but and I don't even know, but that I think might have been the fastest empty net goal scored after a goalie left his net that I've ever seen, in the NHL or here. Soon as he started sprinting, Sherwood just kind of put the big slap shot at that right around center ice, and the perfect shot flew it into the net.
So the Titans season will continue indeed. As Rose chips this one in, Capulong, right circle. Titans look to force it out. Kulikowski gloves it down. And Nick Ventura gets it out to neutral ice. Final minute of hockey here at the Glenview Ice Center this season. Aiden Weller behind his own goal line. Puck pinned up against the boards. Near side corner. 40 seconds to go. Time keeps dripping away. Empty net again. Why not for PJ Eberhardt? Aiden Weller looking to chip this one out. Morabito threw it up high. Here's Pareda. Now Capulong, backhander. Stopped by Kamens. And he'll put a glove on top of it. Some pushing and shoving after the play. Deacon Rose and Matthew Bergamini. And that is going to be a penalty on GBS here in the dying seconds.
I think that's appropriate. Bergamini hit him about a second or two after the play was already dead. So, but he just was making sure. He's looking up at that scoreboard, 5-2, and he goes, I don't want this thing to change. I'd like to score just the way it is.
So Carmel Catholic will have 2 minutes of power play time. It's actually a 6-on-4 to see if they can score one more goal before their offseason begins. Preda, that one deflects wide. Here's Morabito with 16 seconds. Now Vavra takes a shot, tipped on its way, saved by Kamens, rebound Gamble, that one stopped. And Zach Freemuth will play keep away. And the Glenbrook South Titans, for the 5th consecutive season, are on their way to the state quarterfinals with a 5-2 win here at home over the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. And the home schedule comes to an end. Neutral ice the rest of the way. And the team comes off the bench to celebrate with Eli Kamens, who made 22 stops on the 24 shots he saw.
And 2 of those stops, the last 2 of the game, were really impressive. And he says, I'm going to put a stamp on this one. This is my last game in this building, I let the crowd, kind of cheer me for making some great stops there at the end. How exciting. They're lining up at the middle of the ice to shake hands, starting with Gornick. I think the goalie's going to come.
And some big hugs by Carmel. You can't help but feel for them at the end of the day when you get to this time of year. No matter what, one team's going to go home packing and the other's going to move on. But I want to give a big shout out to the Carmel Catholic organization, especially head coach PJ Eberhardt. He's been the coach for at least 3 years since I started working in high school hockey. And I talk to coaches before the games, and I know he watches this tape. So if you're listening, PJ Eberhardt, he's one of the most nice and respectful coaches in this league, opposing coaches that is, when I ask him for lineup information and notes, and he always talks to me about the broadcast. So all seasons must come to an end, but shout out to the Carmel Catholic organization. I personally have nothing but respect for the Corsairs.
Yeah, he leads a proud bunch. They put on a great game tonight. I mean, this was exciting, and if you did look at, the statistics and the full season's notes, you'd say, okay, this is a GBS win. But it wasn't that way. It wasn't that way for a long time tonight. And then even coming back at the third period, scoring the first 2 goals and making this a 1-goal deficit for their team. This is, they're a proud bunch, and they put on a great show for this huge crowd at the Glenbrook Ice Center.
Well, final home game of the season, also sort of bittersweet here on the South Hockey Network. This is the final broadcast here on this platform, as the rest of the season in the state playoffs for the Glenbrook South Titans, you'll find those games on the SHL Network, the neutral broadcast, as another season of GBS hockey on YouTube comes to an end. I had such a fun time covering this team as the home broadcaster all season long, and season's not over, but it's over for this YouTube page. And so happy to have John Ward along here for the final few games of it. And just want to shout out everyone that has worked on the broadcast this season. First of all, Gerard Boris with the camera, comes night in, night out. His son plays on Varsity too, but he comes in here and does all the varsity games anyway. So he allows these games to be broadcasted on YouTube. Our usual score operator, Brad Cesario, wasn't here tonight, but big shout out to him as well. Joe Hoffer and Wendy Freemuth also getting in there on the scoreboard. And just some of my color commentators, David Ventura, Casey Crable, of course you, John Ward, and special shout out to Luke Jordan as well, who filled in for me once when I was sick on play-by-play against these very same Carmel Catholic Corsairs. It's been a hell of a time here on the GBS South Hockey Network, but SHL Network the rest of the way.
Yeah, Boris, thank you. You've been a great partner for Dylan over all this time. And Dylan, I just look at the seniors out here, and I think about how many times, or how long you've been calling their games. And I believe for a couple of them, like Zach Freemuth, I think it was his whole career. So you guys have been out there, and like I say, I think his jersey should be retired somewhere in this building. But I also think maybe something for you should be retired. Like you've just had a fantastic time of it, and I'm just very proud of you, and I hope all the rest of the season, I'm going to try to go to all the rest of the GBS games, and I hope they finally culminate at the United Center.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Again, you might hear my voice again on a broadcast, whether it's for GBS or other teams on the SHL Network, but for the final time here as the GBS quote-unquote biased broadcaster here on the South Hockey Network. So for everyone I mentioned, and if I happen to forget anyone, I apologize, but big shout out to everyone who's been part of this broadcast crew. Gerard Boris on the camera tonight, Joe Hoffer on the scoreboard, John Ward right here. My name's Dylan Ward saying so long and best of